I pressed my back against the icy surface of the drywall. Goosebumps climbed my spine like ivy. My knees rattled against my ribcage with each breath that it filled my lungs. I clenched my eyes tight, hoping that if I just pressed hard enough, I would disappear into the plastered walls of this prison I called my home. Pacing feet echoed in my ears like the call of war drums. For you see, these were not the moments Hallmark sells and novelty cards, and this fairy tale had no happy ending. The crash of the bathroom door left the hairs on the back of my neck standing on edge. A high-pitched cry pierced the thick air. It was only hours earlier that I was holding my son Cloud for the first time, and already my arms failed to catch him from this fall from innocence. I felt my newly born family ripping at the seams. I leaped and I grasped the fraying edges and tried to pull it back together. I'm more familiar with the hand around my throat than the joys of motherhood. I'm crushed beneath a blanket of threats and forceful blows. My ears ring with silence. I felt a cruel sense of deja vu. It was moments like these that I've learned to wash out the pounding of his fist, block out the fear, numb the shame, and accept my imminent death. I was in love with a monster. I looked up at the twisted maze of his face and I saw my father. As a child, my family was sewn together by violence and oppression. My father's arms were used more to strike than embrace. A father is supposed to show his daughter what love is. My father taught me love was ruled with an iron fist. I've spent my life in pursuit of a fairy tale ending with a Machiavellian prince. I had a fatal attraction to violence in a man, a torn love affair between Jekyll and Hyde. It's hard to kiss with swollen lips. A touch loses sensuality when delivered by a fist. It's hard to demand respect when you've never known what self-worth is. So I learned to live alone with my emotions shut off. Relationship after relationship, confusing abuse for love, I sought safety in the pattern of protection through deception, lying to those who loved me for the man I loved. I lied and lied and lied and lied until I could no longer sift the truth from the myths and manipulation. I'd built a home in the valley of death, and living there, you learn to accept that the same man who created a life with you will be the one that takes yours. I stepped over the shattered pieces of my family, stumbled over the question on whether Cloud is better off with a father in his life. My thoughts rippled under the aftershock waves that pulsed through my head. I pulled the wool down from my blackened eyes. For the first time, I truly saw what I'd become and what he had taken. I looked at the bassinet and I saw who was at stake. I did not recognize those hollow eyes staring past plum-bruised skin, reflected in the bathroom mirror. In my reflection, I saw not myself, but a punching bag, a tool for a regression to be released on. This is not who I wanted to be. This is not who I was. I am not a punching bag. I'm not the names he called me. I'm not the bruises he painted on my skin. I'm not the isolation, the dehumanization, the terror he bestowed upon my life. I'm not the lies I weaved or the mistakes I've made. I'm not what he took. I'm not what I gave. I am not my mother. I'm not unable to leave. I don't have to stay. I can be a pillar of change and ensure that my son's childhood is not the same. for the first time in a long time, I'm not afraid. I knew I had to leave, if not for myself, for him. My eyes grazed the white blur of the horizon as I stepped from behind the iron curtain. For so long it had shielded out the light. I'd given up on the thought of ever feeling sun on my skin again. For so long, I'd had the life drained from me. It felt great to finally live. I had believed I was weak, but in this moment, I feel strong. In this moment, I'm free. Cloud is free. In this moment, we are infinite.